What's up guys, Sean here. Today we're going to be looking at the P2M short shifter for G35 and 350Zs. I've had this shifter for about a year. I got it through Injuku, and they had some point system and I got a deal on it and I didn't pay very much for it. So I was like, well, whatever, we'll try it out. Now, it was working great. Made it through all sorts of track events and never had an issue with it. I felt pretty good until this winter. I moved my car and I figured it was like the last time I was going to move it before it parked for the winter, and I ended up breaking it. It wasn't even doing anything too serious. Literally just pulled off first gear and went to grab second. And I think it had to have been already broke because the shifter just pulled right off. It was kind of cold out, but still, I think the design is just not very good. So we're gonna take a look at that now. We have all the shifter parts here. It's obviously taken apart. So I think what happens with these, it's a common problem. I've seen other people post about this sort of thing. Where this connects in here, it snaps off of the shifter base there. I'm not sure why they designed it this way. I'm assuming they machine a bunch of these and then they can all mate with different styles of like the lower receiver that goes into the transmission itself. So I'm guessing that's why that happens. There's weird bushings in here, so it can move, it can rock back and forth, and I think that's eventually what snapped it off. So I tore it apart, had to pop this out to take it all the way apart, and then I just welded what is it, it's a 10 by 1 1/4 metric bolt. I just welded it to what was left of the top of the shifter that didn't snap off in here, and you can see it's, I don't know, it's roughly the same length. So that is, I don't know, we're gonna try it and hopefully it works out. You can see it was TIG welded on here. It's a pretty good job. You can see that it wasn't exactly straight. It was kind of hard to hold this on here and have it welded at the same time and keep it straight. So I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. Obviously the shifter wasn't very expensive in the first place, and if it doesn't work out, I'll probably just buy a different shifter. Just finished installing the shifter. It feels pretty good. I noticed, with the old one, with how it was designed, you would get like deflection when you hit a gear, but now with this bolt, it's pretty solid. Got the lockout all nice and set up. But yeah, so far it works well. I hope it continues to stay this good. Pretty happy with it. So that is the issue that I had with this shifter. As I said before, I think a lot of other people have had this similar issue. I mean, comment below if you've had this issue, or if if you did, how did you fix it? Did you weld it back together? Did you just buy a whole new shifter altogether? Like I said, if this doesn't work out and it snaps off again, which I don't think it will, it's welded pretty good, then like I said, I'll just buy a new shifter and be done with it. But I haven't seen really any reviews about this shifter other than just the initial install and driving around, which was great, but some track abuse. Didn't really like it so much, I guess. And anyone that has this shifter, I should have shown the before, just the design wasn't very good. And like I said, it's got to be because they use it for multiple different applications, which would make sense, cheaper that way, but like I said, the engineering just wasn't the greatest. But I hope this video is educational before some people buy the product, or people that haven't had this issue yet to watch out for it, because I was stuck in first gear, I don't know, 6 blocks from my house. So if you were stuck a ways away from home and the shifter snapped off, that's not going to be fun. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching.